Whether he's leading his team to the national championship or earning multiple National Coach of the Year honors, Alabama head football coach Nick Saban always remains laser-focused on team culture. He constantly examines and evaluates the individuals who make up his successful program, searching for any areas that could potentially lead to their individual improvement. His concentration on the power of one eventually leads to a full roster of improved, motivated, and committed team members. In fact, listen in on this conversation with Coach Saban about how he gets the buy-in, not just from star players on the team, but from the entire team.
Well, if you're going to have a successful football program, you got to define the role that everybody has, the principles and values that you need to have in that organization to be successful, the standard that everybody needs to work to accomplish those. And so it's defined. And everybody understands what it is, and then you can have people go out and be responsible to what you defined so that they can have a chance to execute it. And how it benefits them, to do things this way. They have goals individually that they want to accomplish. Well, by doing the things in the organization, that will benefit you. All right, so you have a better chance to be successful, and sometimes you have to explain it different ways to different people. But I think it all comes down philosophically to that. I don't think you change the process for someone. I think you may change how you present it, to them, so that they understand how it can benefit them in a positive way and help them accomplish their goals. Well, leadership to me is, are you willing to do something for somebody else to help them for their benefit? If you help somebody for your benefit, that's really manipulation. And I think that's very easily seen through. If you're going to be a leader, you've got to be somebody who people can emulate, so you need to set a good example. But the second part of that is you got to care. Players really don't care what I know until they know that I care. So you got to care about other people. You got to be willing to help them, because you have to serve someone else to be a leader. And I think a lot of times people think leadership is, I'm going to go give this speech to a group and that's going to affect everybody and that's going to make us be successful. But the individuals make the team what it is. So the power of one, I think, is very important in you affect people individually. You have individual meetings with people and you affect them individually so that they buy into the principles and values of the organization and the standard that you have for it. And that is really effective and should be a tool used, I think, to show care about other people. Look, my job is to create the leadership, to develop the relationships, to help people take advantage of the opportunities that they have and make sure they have the work ethic and discipline to do it.
Some would say that Saban has enough championship trophies and clout to essentially intimidate his players into doing everything he says. But as you just heard, he doesn't define leadership that way. It's a refreshing twist to leadership that clearly depicts a separation of leadership and manipulation. So the questions now are, what can you do today that is strictly for someone else's benefit? Is there something that you can say or do to someone you're leading that will ultimately enhance their skills and abilities regardless of whether you get the credit? Do you view the improvement of others as a key piece in the armor of leadership? Or do you view it as something that takes you out of your routine and wastes your time? When you take an intentional approach to helping someone else grow, I promise you'll see yourself go from good to great. This is one of the many lessons learned in the study of greatness. What makes the great ones great? What makes the great teams great? And what makes a great teammate are all major discussion points for me when sitting down with the greatest winners in sports, business, and even nonprofits. And I want to keep the conversation going with you. Please help yourself. Click on some of the other videos from the Greatness Green Room that I know will be of value to you. And as always, you can visit donyaeger.com to connect with me on keynote speaking, monthly webinars, our virtual learning program, blogs, best-selling books, and more. Thanks for stopping by the Greatness Green Room. Until next time, be great every day.